like the Yank guys were showing in the morning, what the CAP Gemini site is, this sort of modular build as you grow, where the capacity is. So from my point of view, the effect for the co-location company may actually be rethink what your business model is if you had a pure cloud client and what effect that might have to your offer, because it's only going to drive costs down. And driving costs down means more of a business case to provide a service. If I could just ask you, your typical clients, what are they looking for? What's the value in outsourcing into the cloud? What do they see as a reason for moving into the cloud?
Well, moving into the cloud, among other things, will provide you an economy of scale that you just can't achieve if you're managing and buying your own on-premise equipment. There can be the same level of operative efficiency, speed, and services that you can obtain by being able to provide this in supplier that is basically a cloud service provider located either in your own country or outside of the country. Because of the increased speeds of our bandwidth communications, we're now able to act globally when we're using applications. Think of the daily applications that you're just using on personal life, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Hotmail or Yahoo, or many of the commercial-based applications that they're using already in your company, Salesforce.com or Office 365. These applications couldn't be used or hadn't been developed 10 years ago in a successful way that allowed people to use it efficiently. The ubiquitous nature of high-speed bandwidth also enables commercial use of these applications from all around, from all geographies. So people are using the cloud basically to host many of their applications, or make available data, make available applications to their commercial enterprise force. You're able to use this to your advantage without incurring the large on-premise cost of maintaining, buying, and updating your applications as well. That's really for an end user on one case. If you look at the cloud as well from a commercial point of view, we're seeing it being used at co-location facilities as a way of increasing loyalty for customers. One example is Computenext also provides branded cloud marketplaces. Take our marketplace platform and we'll brand it to any company who needs, to develop a marketplace in which they can advertise and sell, make available cloud services. So co-location facilities, they've done in this increasingly competitive environment, as you pointed out, they will take many of their tenants who are ISPs, they will take the cloud services of these tenants, put them on a marketplace, brand it their own, and make this marketplace available to their enterprise customers who are also hosted under the same facilities. And what this does is that the enterprises are glad to be able to provision on this marketplace because they know the bottom clients always are located in the same infrastructure. And vice versa, the ISP services are on the marketplace, are very pleased to find an additional sales channel. The sales force at the co-location facility is busy trying to sell these racks and square footage, are glad to have an extra sales tool in which to entice customers to join or remain as customers in the co-location facility. So we see cloud being used in the form of more marketplace as well as creator of loyalty in business transactions with co-location.
So that also sounds as if the colo guys are under pressure to have more comms, more synchronization, site to site, more fiber, more band. Do you see that? The Internet of Things and the growth of data, that having a connected site is going to be just as important as having the right power and the right location. That connectivity is going to become more and more important for the colos as they take on more cloud-based offers.
Very much so. I mean, as they join in, they give offering cloud services as well, either branded cloud marketplaces, and many of them are offering their own marketplace. The connectivity that they must have has to be able to answer that need. Not only that, with enterprises using several providers in order to answer their connectivity needs over large footprints, they will inevitably be using suppliers who are based in disparate regions around the world, and that connectivity has to operate in order for them to have the same level of performance across the entire network. So we're seeing really a ubiquitous use of cloud in regions where perhaps we didn't have it across multiple suppliers, and we're also seeing technology that allows end customers to manage multiple suppliers with the same degree of efficiency, some tools, dashboard tools, performance measurement tools, etc. It allows them to be as efficient as if they were just using one supplier on premise.
And with this data growth, the way that your clients are coming to you, it is almost as if data is going to become a marketplace. It's the commoditization of data and how you get the best deal to go into it. Do you see cloud becoming a commodity in itself? As almost like a stock exchange for its data.
We know of several, for example, if you look at a scenario where you have a ubiquitous use of various cloud providers, and that the acceptance that a virtual machine can be provisioned by network providers, then all of a sudden it becomes almost commodity-like in nature. If you have a need as an enterprise that can only be filled by several providers, then you need a mechanism by which you can choose and locate and identify the best commodity for you that responds to certain performance criteria, whether that performance criteria is security, CPU, speed, size of the machine, or various other characteristics associated with data centers. What you then want to do is make that visible, selectable, and provisionable on the platform. That's sort of what we're doing at Computenext. We're able to allow and facilitate that selection brokerage, if you will. That's one word that is often applied to that model. It basically allows enterprises to use it in a way that meets their needs and allows them to get the best value for their money. If you actually go so far as then to say that it's going to be commoditized, I know that many several stock exchanges, one of which is in Germany here, has started developing a model by which the actual VM could be commoditized much in the same way that you would commoditize any other raw material or commodity. The same type of market principles attached to it, might even build a derivative market based on that later. I think there still has to be some validation of that model. We have to see it in play over the next few years, see if there's an appetite for growth in that sense. I think ultimately you may come to that. VM is going to be, or virtual machines are going to be as ubiquitous as we think they are. They're very much a logical play in this.
Yeah, because you see, if you actually look where the cloud guys are going into the data center space, the colos are having to think about how they change their offer, and we think the trend might actually be paid by the compute load. What's the processes that's running through the site? And I think that when you match that up with what the network guys are doing, then you really are having a pay per use, a commodity model, almost a utility model for how you use cloud, put your applications on the cloud. And what that actually means is enterprises are able to experiment with applications and services that may take them a long time to develop and put out into the actual marketplace. At the same time as the co-location companies can match the capacity plan with the compute load and start literally building their sites or expanding their sites in modular chunks to meet the data load. So I think the future for the co-location companies is going to be simpler in terms of CapEx, OpEx, and maybe more expensive in terms on how they manage their business to get that service level agreement down to a single number per use for the compute load. Does that make sense to you? I'm just kind of guessing here. Does that sound like that could be a picture of where things might be heading?
I think for certain